Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We have a packed episode for you. The Olympics are here. We got to recap the Super Bowl. We got some Philly stuff, NBA, and all more. Make sure that you're tuned in for the entire show. We got all that starting right now. Davis, much like Deuce Staley in the intro, I am absolutely jacked up to be here on a Friday afternoon. We got a lot to talk about today. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for everybody tuning in to last week's episode, the live show, the shorts. We appreciate it. Let's keep this train rolling. What do you say, Davis?
Work's over. Week's over. Long weekend for some of us.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. Going to be a good weekend.
Yes, we got a lot to start with. And let's start with the Super Bowl, Davis, just because top of mind. It's the last thing we talked about. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching on YouTube, Seattle Seahawks take down New England 29-13, Davis. I wish I could say it was a good game, but it was not. It was pretty boring overall. The Seahawks controlled this game from the second it started. I'm seeing clips all this week from the Mic'd Up that was released of Patriots players just getting their ass beat during this game, especially Drake May, where he got killed on the sideline and Vrabel had to pick him up and be like, keep going, buddy, keep going. It looked like an absolute ass beating out there.
I mean, it basically was.
Yeah.
I mean, 12-0 at the end of the third quarter. That might have been, I mean, I hate to say it, but it actually kind of like ruined the season. Like, it was such a great season. Honestly, like I felt like we had a banger every week. A lot of the primetime games were really good. And then we get this absolute stinker of a game. I mean, good for Matt Collins for I almost said former Eagles Super Bowl champion getting in the end zone.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that, pretty boring game. But Kenneth Walker, good for him, man. Good for him. Talking contract negotiation at the parade. I mean, that's a true businessman right there.
Yeah, you could tell the GM was a little lit up, had a couple too many drinks. Probably not something you should mention, but if you're a Seahawks fan, you got to feel good about that. That means Kenny Walker's trying to come back to Seattle.
Yes.
But dude, it was a fine game. The Patriots unfortunately did not look like they belonged in that situation. But I don't know if there was a better alternative. I don't know if the Broncos would have played better without Bo Nix. This was the Seahawks game to lose, and boy, they did not lose it. They kicked ass. Sam Darnold didn't exactly like win it for them, but he didn't give it away. He played great. He wasn't seeing any ghosts out there. Had a nice touchdown at the late stages of the game. But man, Seahawks defense controlled this. Kenneth Walker played his role. I mean, it was top to bottom. Just kind of a butt whooping from Seattle. Fun game in terms of it being the Super Bowl, but other than that, that's kind of where it stops. Halftime show was fine. I don't really have a big opinion on it. I like Bad Bunny. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I've actually been listening to his music a little bit more since the halftime show. No, I mean, when I say more, I mean like instead of maybe once or twice a year, like 3 times, like 3 songs.
Yeah, nice.
Dude, he's kind of electric, actually.
Oh yeah,
like he didn't play our song. He didn't play Shambea.
No, he didn't.
But that's the only criticism that I got.
100%. I thought it was a fun show. Lady Gaga low key killed it too. That was sick.
You hear Ronald Acuna Jr. may have gotten hurt being a performer.
I think you're joking, but the fact that I don't know you're joking tells you all you need to know about that. Exactly.
I mean, he was in the background there, and it's like, man, like that guy can't stay healthy for nothing. That's the first tweet I saw was like Ronald Acuna Jr. twisted ankle out for the first 30 games.
Scooting and sliding tore his ankle. Exactly. Yeah. But anything else you wanted to add to this game, man?
No, just like you said, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth, basically. Like, Sam Darnold didn't win it for the Seahawks, but he absolutely did not lose it. And the person seeing ghosts actually might have been Drake May, especially in the first half. He looked absolutely horrendous. And fun stat that I saw actually yesterday, I don't know why this isn't being talked about enough, because there were a few records broken throughout the game. Not many, since a lot of them were possibly defensive or with Jason Myers kicking 5 field goals. But Drake May, I don't know. I don't have the number off the top of my head, but I want to say about 215 passing yards in the fourth quarter alone. He finished with 295. That's the most passing yards for a single quarter in Super Bowl history.
Wow. Good for
60
Drake.
Super Bowls, quick math, 240 quarters. So that means 480 opportunities to break that record, and Drake May did it in his
Wow.
first year in the
Wow.
Super Bowl. So
I didn't even
excited to
realize he
see.
threw for that many yards, to be honest.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
Excited to see what his future looks like. But
100%.
the other than Jalen Hurts, no quarterback has ever made it back to the Super Bowl when making it in their second year,
Yeah.
and losing. Thank God Jalen Hurts broke that curse. But
100%. Everybody's talking about Dan Marino, yeah.
we'll see what happens with the Patriots, but I mean, they're set up for success for the
Yeah,
future. I mean, the AFC is an absolute gauntlet, but I
at all
do think that
times.
in the future that they're, especially with if they keep this defense intact, like they can definitely hold the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Ravens, all those type of teams to their own, and make it a ball game, make it a year.
Yeah, I agree. As long as the Patriots have Vrabel as their coach, they'll be pretty set. Even if Drake May isn't as good as people are hyping up through the year, which I kind of doubt. He's a young guy who may have been dealing with a shoulder injury, going through
Mhm.
playoffs, going against some of the toughest defenses the NFL had to offer. He did as good as he could. Obviously, he could have played better, but I thought the Super Bowl was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting, like not having the Eagles in it or
That was
Patrick
weird.
Mahomes, where it's like you have something to root for or root against. I feel like a lot of us are watching this game being like, I don't really care who
Yep,
wins. So it just made it worse that it wasn't a great first three quarters. Like if it was an
exactly.
electric first three quarters, we might have been tailing on one side or the other, hoping for a comeback. But when it's 12-0 going into the fourth, it's like all I want actually is for this game to end, for you guys all to leave my apartment, and then I can go to bed.
Fair, and I could tell that, by the way. It was written on
Yeah, it makes sense.
100%, 100%. But no, Super Bowl is fine. We're on to football season next year. It's going to be a long, what is it, 7 months ish?
And the Raiders are on the clock now. Fernando
Yeah.
Mendoza, potentially
Hmm.
with Clint Kubiak. Could be
Big time.
interesting.
We got a lot of draft coverage coming, by the way. Stay tuned for that down the road. Davis, let's get to the next thing. Let's move on. Football season's in the rear view. Let's talk about some golf. It's almost springtime-ish, even though Punxsutawney Phil said we got to experience 6 more weeks of winter. But golf season is here. The Waste Management was last weekend. Gotterup won that. And then right now, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is going on. And let me check.
I have it. Batia's in the
15
lead.
under.
Yeah.
And Ricky Fowler, 14 under in
Mhm.
second place.
Yep.
Ricky in the hunt.
Yep.
Love to see Ricky in the hunt. But Davis, what do you think about Gotterup winning last week?
I mean, it was nice for my bank account, right? It's nice that he won.
Yeah, we watched that right up until the first second of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was not turning that off.
Yep.
Hideki Matsuyama just absolutely threw this tournament away. I mean,
He did.
I think he only hit 2 fairways all day on Sunday. He actually, I don't even know how he got into the opportunity of being in a playoff. He really saved himself putting. I'm pretty sure he made like out of his first four to 5 holes, he made like 3 or 4 bomb putts, like over 15 feet. Like his putter was the only thing keeping him in it. And then obviously hits on 18, hits into the church pews on the left-hand side.
Was that the playoff?
No, his 18th hole. He
Yep.
needed a par to win. And as he's hitting it out of the church pews, hits the top of the grass right there, like literally tops the top of the grass, and goes to a playoff. And then he hits it right into the water on 18. So I mean, kind of a shame. Like I like Hideki Matsuyama, but we possibly have a new Japanese player coming onto the fold here.
Rio
Rio,
Hisatsune.
first round leader over at Pebble Beach yesterday. He's not playing as well today so far,
No.
but there's a lot of guys in the mix.
He was also in the mix last weekend too. Like this
He
is a
was.
guy where you're like, how do you say his name? Oh, Hisatsune. Got to get it down because we're gonna hear him a lot more in the next couple months.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now to definitely keep an eye out for him because he won Rookie of the Year over in Japan 2 years ago.
By the way, are you sure he's not South Korean?
That I don't know.
I would check on that.
Asian is what I should be saying.
Yeah.
I'm not actually absolutely positive. I think he is Japanese. Anyway, he won Rookie of the Year over in Asia 3 years ago. He won Rookie of the Year at the DP World Tour last year, and he got his PGA Tour card last year. I mean, this guy has been money honestly for the past year. He hasn't won any events yet. He's only 23. Yeah, he hasn't won any events yet, but I mean, I feel like he's always in the mix, and he's a very aggressive player. He drives the ball very well. But right now, Akshay Bhatia, don't look at my DraftKings account because I might have him 67-1.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Dude, this guy right here, if you got like we talk about bets sometimes and we like to flex so we know things, but if you want to talk about golf bets, talk to Mr. Heckman over here. He knows a thing or two about the golf bets because but he is 67 to 1.
I
Wow.
know.
Wow.
It was shocking to me pre-tournament. I played 5 guys pre-tournament. They're all doing pretty well. I had Fleetwood, Sepp Straka, who's
So
12,
well.
12
Yep.
under right now. He's right up
Fleetwood
there.
rocking the Pebble Beach merch.
Yes,
He's
yes,
got no
he is.
sponsorship deal and he's just rocking Pebble. I love that. I
Yep,
hope he doesn't have a sponsorship all year and he's
I know.
wearing like Augusta stuff and
I
he's
know.
wearing a Romanic stuff. Like, come
That'd be
on.
pretty awesome. People
Come
forget
on.
also, by the way, Tommy Fleetwood won the FedEx last year. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he is potentially the 3rd best golfer in the world right now. I
100%.
have Gotterup on my card again. I think he's like 8 under right
He
now.
was surging last year. He deserves that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Matt Fitzpatrick, who's 10 under right now. So
Yep.
got a good card for this week. It's going to be an interesting weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah, and if you're hearing this before Sunday, make sure that you tune in to the Pebble Beach because I mean it's the most beautiful course in the world, probably. Like it's up there. It is so stunning. If you're watching on YouTube, we got a couple of the views here. It is beautiful. But Davis, yeah, a really great weekend of golf coming up. PGA Tour is getting electric again. A lot of fun players getting in the mix. Make sure that you're watching and learning these people because one of these guys, Chris Gotterup, might mess around and win a Masters soon. Just don't be surprised when you're like, "Who's that Gotterup guy?"
Yep.
You should be knowing him by now.
We're
Just
in a
throw it
full
out there.
we're in a new swing. Like and I'm not saying these guys are done for. Like I'm just saying they might not be at the top of their game right now. Like the Xander Schauffele's of the world, the Jordan
Yep.
Spieths of the world, the Justin Thomases. Like we're going to be getting the Gotterups, the Ryus. We're going to be getting a lot more names up there. And honestly, it's just the parity in golf is really good right now. I will say it's fun watching Scotty Scheffler win, but it's more fun when in a tournament like this, we're seeing 16 people within 6 strokes right now. Like that's what I
100%.
want to see instead of Scotty winning by 5 strokes every week. But if he wins by 5 strokes every week,
Hey,
good for him, man.
it was fun to watch him last weekend when he started out with that terrible first round. I think he shot almost 70 or more, right?
He was 2 over, I believe.
Yeah. So like watching him climb back the whole weekend was fun. So that aspect I do like watching from Scotty. But we got to have some differential at the top. Can't be dominating every week, Scotty. It's not that fun, buddy. We need something new. But yeah, Davis, golf is electric right now. Everybody knows this. Everybody's talking about it.
Yep.
But let's move on to the next thing, Davis. Let's keep it moving and let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies. Like I mentioned, spring is around the corner. Spring training is open for the Philadelphia Phillies right now. A lot of things happening. We're waiting on this, and finally it came. The Phillies released Nick Castellanos, who then released his own handwritten letter on Instagram saying goodbye to the Phillies and the city and all that stuff. But then, Davis, he added another handwritten letter talking about the Miami incident when he was mysteriously benched for a game and they never really talked about it. They didn't actually suspend him either, but
Beergate.
yeah,
Beergate. I'm calling it Beergate.
It is Beergate because he then admitted in that letter that I just mentioned that what happened was he brought a beer into the dugout as a form of protest against the team, the coaches, everything after he was benched during like the 6th or 7th inning against the Marlins because of a defensive sub. And if you're watching on YouTube, I included a piece from The Athletic by Matt Gelb, who did a fantastic article talking about Cassie and what happened last year. Some great quotes in there, man. Absolutely some great quotes in here. If you're reading on screen, make sure you read this whole thing that I have. But a couple pieces that I just wanted to mention. Philly sources said that Nick would have understood, or a team player, not Nick, a team player would have understood that late inning defensive substitutions were not necessarily an indictment of his abilities. They had a better chance to win with a different guy out there. And there's a bunch of other stuff in there. But the one thing that I thought was very interesting, the speaker thing. Did you see the speaker thing?
I did not.
So if you're reading on here, a team player, sources said, would not play music from his own portable speaker if he personally had a good game after the Phillies loss, implying that Nick Castellanos would do this and that he also did not respect Kevin Long, the hitting coach, or Rob Thompson, the manager, because they never played in the majors. A lot of interesting stuff in here, Davis. I want to give you the chance to talk first because you're the baseball guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a mutual decision to leave. Like, it just, Cassidy had his moments here. I was a big Cassidy fan when he came over. He had his moments. He hit 2 home runs against Strider in that epic playoff game. I think that was the year. So what was that? That was 2023. That was the year where he hit like 4 home runs in the
Yep,
first
in that
3
series.
games or
Yeah,
something like that. It was something crazy.
he had a grand
No, but
slam. Yep,
he had back-to-back games with 2 home runs. I think that's what it was.
yep,
I mean, moments like that are epic, but then it's the swinging and chasing on a sweeper or slider. Like it
yep.
turns into you start to look at him at
And in
like
this
a
article,
righty
they asked
Ryan
him to rein it
Howard.
in, and Castellanos basically thought that he was awarded certain tendencies as a star player too.
Yeah, like this is even though he was making $25 million, it doesn't make you a star player.
Nope.
Like, go right ahead and
It's
ask
baseball, bro.
Bobby Bonilla about that. He's still making $1
Yep.
million a year from the Mets. Sorry about that, Matt Neufeld. But I mean, I think it was just a good decision on both sides to let him walk. I heard last week that the Yankees were possibly interested in Castellanos in a trade, and they decided to go a different way because of possibly some off-field incidents. So maybe they heard about this or they talked to the Phillies, and
It
it
sounded
was
like this was
just very
lingering for a while.
transparent.
Yeah.
The Yankees decided to bring back Paul Goldschmidt instead. So a release was bound to happen, and I'm glad to just look into the future at right field and the total outfield of this Phillies team that clearly that's been the lack thereof on the offensive side recently with Schwarber moving to DH. So excited for the young guys. Aroldis Garcia isn't very young, but I'm excited for Justin Crawford, Adalis Garcia, and hey, we just heard some Aiden Miller news that he is not going to play left field this year, and that he's already taken some second base and third base reps with the team. So maybe Bohm's next up.
I would. I like Bohm. I actually don't want to talk crap on Bohm. I do like him as a player. He just hasn't fully panned out, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is just it was bound to happen. It felt like everyone kind of knew there was some stuff. Schwarber was interviewed today in his locker, and they asked him if Schwarber was a distraction. I think he said he didn't really have a response. Just a very unfortunate situation all around, but it does seem like he was a bit toxic. And if that is the case, I'm glad that we're moving on. Honestly, I hope Nick goes to like the Marlins and plays for them and plays in Miami in his hometown, and he enjoys himself because he did write in the letter that he really appreciated the support that Phillies fans showed his son Liam, who would always be at games and in the dugout and around the team. So, I don't want to like totally throw crap on this guy's name. I love Casty. I hope he figures it out. I was excited when he came here. It sucks that he was not excited when he came here.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, like it sounds terrible to say, but like good career. Like I'm excited to see what's next for him, but I don't think it's the MLB.
No, I agree. Yeah, it really sucks, but I'm excited for the Phillies, man. We're almost into the full swing of spring training. We're almost to the exhibition games, watching Aiden Miller hit, watching the Phillies play 2 different games on the same day. I love that stuff. So
it still baffles me. How do they split the team up?
I don't know.
I
like
don't
the
know.
coaches too. They're like, you're gonna go with this side, you're gonna go with this side, and then if Aiden Miller's on team 2, is he pissed because he's not on team 1 with Bryce? I would be pissed about that.
Yes, because it doesn't seem like it's A team and B team. Like
no, they just
it almost seems like all the righties go over here and like all the lefties go over here, and like I don't know how they do it, but. Well, I mean, we're getting there, and we're gonna have some MLB futures coming up pretty soon. I already maybe have some stuff in my card, but
of course you do.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to very quickly. Baltimore Orioles to win the AL East. That's the one I'll give out today.
Oh my God, this guy.
Pete Alonso? Are you kidding me? They brought in Pete Alonso.
No Jackson Holiday for a while. Come on.
I know what's going on with these baseball.
What was that? What was that injury? Huh? It was like the Artem fracture. It was like him, Lindor, and
Corbin Carroll all on the same day.
And there was like, what is this injury? I've never heard of this. It's like the new Jones fracture.
It's like it's actually a ligament in your hand that like doesn't matter. It's like the stupidest.
Whatever.
So now everyone's talking
getting surgery just for surgery.
The Tommy John is coming to these guys. Coming to the hand. I don't know what hand specialists are out there, but Embiid's knee doctor might need to move to
let's transition. Let's transition into the NBA because we can talk about injuries with this too. I mean, if you didn't hear about this, kind of a low-key big story in the world of sports right now. The NBA fined the Utah Jazz yesterday $500,000 for conduct detrimental to the league related to those games against the Magic and the Heat. And then they also fined the Pacers for $100,000 for player participation. Basically, they're saying that there's tanking problems. And honestly, obviously there's problems at tanking. Half, or not even half, like more than a quarter of the league is tanking right now for some of the best college prospects we've seen in a minute. So I get that. But, I mean, the Jazz are not hiding it. They just benched Jaren Jackson for the year for getting some sort of surgery. I actually think it might be some sort of like cancer Uh,
No, it's like
Humor,
I heard it was like a precautionary, like it's
I
actually
wasn't
like a
sure.
surgery he doesn't need. It's just it
I thought I
literally
heard
is.
it was like a benign tumor.
Hmm. I'll look it up. I'll look
Regardless,
it up.
like there's a lot of this going on in the league. The Jazz, like they were like winning by like 20 against the Magic, and then sat their
Yep.
entire starters and lost. And then they
Yep.
did that same thing against the Heat 2 games later and ended up winning, which is crazy that the Jazz were actually fined. The owner of the league, or the owner of the Jazz, actually put out a tweet yesterday being like, "This doesn't make any sense. We won one of those games actually." So just a lot of stuff going around about tanking just because of this super supercharged draft class coming in. But then it was released in a report this morning that OKC reportedly has concerns about Utah tanking, has been working through back channels to pressure the league into making the Jazz remain competitive
Get out of
because
here, Oklahoma
if the
City.
Utah pick falls outside the top 8, it will go to OKC. Wild stuff going on, man. I'm surprised that this didn't get released last year when the Sixers were doing the same thing to the Thunder.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
surprised.
exactly. I know.
100%. But Davis, what do you think about all this tanking? It's getting a little out of control because like the Sixers did it to such a degree that people like thought this would never happen again, but it's honestly happening again.
Yeah, people NBA fans who are looking at this are probably like, yeah, tanking's like we can't have tanking. We got to think of another way. Ethan, I have thought of another way. Okay.
Okay.
And it's called fantasy football. And I'm the commissioner. And I implemented a rule last year that there was going to be a tournament, a loser's bracket tournament, and the winner of that would get the first pick. I think that's the way to do it. Like,
Okay, so this is actually a report that came out today. Did you see this?
no, no.
Adam Silver literally put out a report today saying that he wants to do that. He wants to
Yeah,
have a tournament for the number 1 pick for
he
lottery
did.
odds.
Who did
I
that first? Who
hate
did that
that.
first? Who
Hate
did
that.
that first?
The NBA, it's great for fantasy football. I love it for fantasy
No,
football.
the tournament. I agree.
For
The
the
tournament thing,
NBA,
no, I understand.
like
But
let's say like this year,
the first pick is so valuable. It can't
like
just
the
be off.
Bucks, like the Bucks are terrible. Let's say the Bucks win that tournament and they get fucking Darren Peterson
Good
or
for them.
AJ
They won the
Dybala.
tournament. Good for them. They like it makes the trade deadline and trading all it changes the game in such a way that these teams all the way at the bottom are still competitive and want to win. That is sports. That's
Yeah.
competitiveness. These guys want to win. Look at a team like the Chicago Bulls or the Atlanta Hawks, the two teams that have been the play-in since it started. When did the play-in even start? Those two teams have been the play-in for the past 20 years, it feels like.
At least the Bulls figured out they're not going to do that again this year. They sold everything.
Yes, but that's where, like, if they don't make the playoffs, like, now they're in a terrible spot where they're going to get the 10th pick. They're going to get a guy who's kind of maybe hit or miss, because we've seen guys in the past few years go in that 6 to 10
again, who they
range.
drafted last year, who's not playing.
Yes, and I think that they should be rewarded for being good. Like, I think so, at least. Like, I think the teams like the trust the process Sixers, like, why were we rewarded for playing a bunch of guys that could be playing at the park right down the street from me? Like, I have no idea.
Most of our team was like made up of EuroLeague guys. I remember when we signed Ish Smith in like the heat of the process, everyone was like, "Oh my god, we signed Ish Smith!"
Yeah, no, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, very weird stuff going on. The Jazz are weird because they have a good team. They have great young players like Keontae George having a breakout year, and they're
going to be
still
scary
like
next year.
Especially if they get one of these guys. If you're looking on YouTube, Peterson, AJ Flemings, Boozer, Caleb Wilson, Wagler from Illinois, Mikel from Louisville, a Cuff from Arkansas. Like, it is a loaded class. But man, it is a little sad to see this stuff going on. Just because you're watching NBA and it's like there's only 2 competitive games every night.
Yep. No, exactly. And like
Yeah.
that's where in the past few nights I feel like I'm looking at, seeing who's playing, and it's like, oh, the Orlando Magic 13-point favorites against the Bucks. It's the Lakers are 10-point favorites against blah blah whatever. It's like we're not getting like, what is good right now though? College basketball, especially in the Big 12. We're getting 2 top 10 teams or top 15 teams almost every other night, I feel like. And
we got to start talking about college basketball 100%.
And for sure. But like when it comes to the NBA, it's just not as fun. It's not as fun to watch.
There's some fun teams like the Charlotte Hornets are super fun to watch right
now. They're good. They're at that weird watch where like I'm glad that they didn't sell off at the deadline because they're actually kind of good. Like they're playing really well.
Con Canupel is a beast. He is like everyone's talking about Cooper Flag and comparing his rookie year stats to LeBron's rookie year stats, which if you want to look at that, that's a whole different conversation because Cooper Flag's great, but like Con Knipple, he's rookie of the year every other year too.
Yeah.
I mean, he is fantastic. The Hornets are fun. And then if you watch the Hornets Pistons game on Monday, that was super fun with that all out
Oh,
brawl.
the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Of course,
Isaiah
Isaiah
beats Stu
Stewart's in there.
Jackson.
Why is Isaiah Stewart in there
Yeah.
every time? My God.
He came off
That
the
a
bench like an
grip.
edge rusher trying to hit the quarterback. He
My
was
God.
ready. And then all those clips were going viral this week, him trying to fight LeBron from a couple years ago. Like, this dude means business.
Yeah.
He's about it.
I didn't realize that, like, he's like the enforcer that every hockey team has, but in the
100%.
basketball terms, which like we haven't seen in a long time since the hand checking
No.
rule got out. When
Draymond doesn't even do this shit.
He
doesn't fight like this, though. He's not looking for fights. He's looking to, like, step on you.
I'd be looking for fights when I'm averaging 5 and 5, but that's just me. No hate on Draymond. Sorry, Jake. Sorry, Jake Again, but
yeah, shout out Jake. Been a Warriors fan since 2016. All right, let's move on.
Not a big Draymond guy.
Not a big Draymond guy. All right, Davis, let's go to the other winter sport, and not the NHL right now. We're talking about the Olympics, Davis. The men's hockey team or the men's hockey tournament started on Wednesday. USA had their first game yesterday against Latvia, crushed them 5-1. Had like 2 goals called back as well. Should have been a worse ass beating, but really fun to watch USA. These jerseys are sweet, by the way. I love
the
these
jerseys are nice.
They're so cool.
They're like throwback jerseys, which is weird to say because I think they wore these in like 2010.
yeah. They've worn these variations a lot, but they are definitely a throwback variant for sure. But USA is looking good so far. This team is so stacked, dude. I know Canada's really good. I know Slovakia is really good. Finland's good. Slovenia is good. But USA is a juggernaut, dude. I just say it.
No, I agree. But I'm not saying this. I believe red, white, and blue. Like, I want America to win so bad. Dude, the Canadian team is unreal.
They're nasty.
Like, they are nasty. So, I mean, I think it should happen on paper that America's going to wind up playing against Canada in the finals.
Just give me that. Just give me that, please.
I think that, I don't know. Like, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
that Canada team, man, is
they're nasty. Macklin Celebrini is playing his ass off right now. And
he's
then
unreal.
if you want to go down the list, McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby, Bennett, like Reinhart, like we could go down the list, and it's
and the American team is good. Like I think they have a few the young guys like Tage Thompson on their team from Buffalo.
Larkin, right?
Yeah, Dylan Larkin, right? But dude, the Canadian goalies are just so much better than ours. I think we have who's our goalie?
Winnipeg goalie, right?
Is it still Hellebuck?
Yeah, I think it is Hellebuck. I don't know if he played yesterday actually, but I think it is Hellebuck.
I think that's like the weakness. That seems to be the weakness.
Go to the next slide just because I want to highlight the rest of these teams for sure.
Yeah.
Just like look at these groups. I mean, that Canada group is a killer. Having to play, a lot of these good teams, but then Finland, Slovakia, Sweden, that's a killer group too. America kind of got an easy one, which is crazy for them being a visitor in this Olympics, but they will play, I believe, Denmark tomorrow and then Germany on Sunday. So make sure you're tuning into the Olympics, dude. A lot of good stuff going on right now.
Are they playing? They're playing back-to-back days. You said tomorrow and Sunday?
Wow. Yeah, they are. And Canada's playing right now. I think they're killing Switzerland, actually.
They're up like 3-1. I was trying to look for it. By the way, while we're on the Olympics, just real quick, why is America just not a winter Olympic country anymore? Like, why are we getting beat by Norway?
Oh yeah,
who lives in Norway? Norway is winning everything. I mean, and we're still stuck at 4 golds. We've been at 4 golds for the past week. It feels like.
Yeah, it is a little ridiculous. And then Japanese kids are just destroying the snowboarding sports right now. They are so fun to watch. By the way, the half pipe, that is so fun.
I told you this yesterday, and you I think you took it as a joke, but like I'm dead serious here. All I've watched so far has been the luge. The luge was electric last weekend, but I definitely need to get
that. Is it a race?
What? The luge?
Is it a race or is it like
no? It's timed. It's timed. Okay. It's like a timed performance. Yeah. Gotcha. But like it's when they're like, you know those in gym in like middle school, the little 4-wheeler square things. It's basically like that, and you're laying on your back and you're moving at like 80 miles an hour through like an ice track. It's crazy.
And there's a guy behind you, right?
No, this
It's
was
just
a
one person?
singles luge.
Okay.
I think there might be a doubles luge. I
Yeah, I don't know.
forget. But are you also might be thinking of the I almost said bobcat. What's
Yeah, the
the
bobsled.
bobsled?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Jamaican
yeah.
bobsled team. Yep.
Yes. Gotta
Yes.
watch Cool Runnings again. Been way too long since I watched
Yes, all
that.
time, all time.
But yeah, some of the ice sports have been piquing my interest recently. I
Yeah,
have not gotten into Olympics during the week this week, mostly because of golf being
and
on. But
work. Yeah, yeah,
well,
100%.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 100%, 100%. But dude, a lot of the winter sports are fun. I've been watching figure skating too with my mom who loves it. It is
Mm,
so impressive watching these people like lean and do all these things on the ice when like I can barely stand up straight. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it is. It's almost like it's like they know how to skate more than walk. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
like no, like learning another language to me.
It's like
Like
if they walked on ground, they'd be like a fish. They'd be like flopping
yep,
everywhere. You're like,
yep,
what?
yep.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
exactly.
All right, everybody. I think that's about it for today. We got a great show. I thought that was awesome. A lot of fun stuff coming. We got to get into college basketball. We got to get into the draft that's coming up. MLB is going to be kicking off soon. Davis has a lot of futures, as you can tell. He's chomping at the bit to tell you guys about them. We got a lot of stuff coming. Make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're liking the video, making sure you're sending it to people, showing them love on the shorts, all that good stuff. We do appreciate it. Yeah, peace. See you next
Fridays, by the way,
time. Yeah,
Fridays live recorded. You guys want it live? You guys want to do
drop a comment.
post, like anything?
Yeah,
Drop it.
let us know in the comments. But for now, we appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Deuces.